Opie, you have an inner peace, not seen in the people who criticize you. It's like watching good versus evil. Stay pure. Well, I got an inner peace because I know what I accomplished in my career. This is like just gravy now, man. You know, after a damn good meal, you're just sopping up the gravy. That's all this is. That's all it is. I could develop this more, and I know Vincent Scaramuzo wants me to, but I've been there, done that, and I toy with maybe making this better, and I'm like, I don't know, because with that, comes a lot of anxiety and stress, and I don't know if I want to do that. Florentine and Anthony credit you for actually paying comedians the other day, so it's not all evil. I try to pay the comedians, but then that was I remember that became a thing. Like I started paying the guys that were really helping my show after me and Anthony split, and I was reinventing myself. I couldn't pay everybody, but the company came to me. They had money put aside for a sidekick. I didn't want just any old sidekick. They wanted me to do the show with A-listers. D.L. Hughley was on that list. Billy from Billy Eichner was on that list, even though I never met the guy. They even said, what about Bob Saget? I'm like, Bob Saget, he ain't doing my show full time. I'm telling you, SiriusXM, their management team is terrible. That's why they give all the money to Howard. As long as Howard keeps bringing in the people, then no one is going to notice that they really are bad managers. They're bad operators, and that is the God's honest truth. So I finally convinced him. I'm like, look, I want that money to pay the people that I appreciate. So it was like Vic Henley. It was sort of Carl. Carl wasn't getting paid to do my show back in the day, but I certainly took care of him in other ways. Sherrod, Florentine got money. Rich Voss got money. And then that was spun. It was me trying to do the right thing, because SiriusXM is like, well, if you're not going to use this money for Sidekick, they were trying to take it back. I'm like, no, give me that money. And I said, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I'll try to find like a co-host. But in the meantime, I want to take care of the people that are supporting me, helping me, and coming in on a regular basis. And then these idiots, these haters out there, these dishonest people, they started a whole campaign like Opie has to pay people to hang out with him. When in the end, I was doing right by the people around me. This is the nonsense you got to deal with. And probably one of the reasons why I don't want to like go all in again, because then you have to deal with even more of that garbage. But I was paying the guys that came in to do the last version of my radio show $200 every time they came in. And some of these guys were doing three shows a week. They were making like $600 a week to do the last version of my radio show. And then it was spun, like I said, that I need to pay people to hang out with me. There's just garbage people out there with that church. They gave me something like $2,000 a week that I could play with. $2,000 a week. Because some days I would have like two guys in, so they were both getting the 200. And then there were some days that I had extra money left over for the week, so I would pay them a little more, a little bonus action. So there were days that they were making like $250 to $300 an appearance. Because they gave me, I'll tell you, it was $100,000 to fool around with. And look, man, if a corporation's giving you $100,000, you don't want to leave any in the till. So to me, it was like, oh my God, because there were some weeks that I didn't use anybody or only used like a Vic Henley, and then he was on the road. So I had a lot of money in the till, and I'm like, I ain't leaving anything for these idiots to take back. So then I would just be like, hey man, today, I forgot who I had to talk to. I'm like, give Vic Henley $300 for today's appearance. He was really extra good today, extra funny. Oh yeah, because I didn't want anything left over.